Hey, what's up guys? It is Jace, and today I just played these two really quick ranked matches, and I'm trying to get the Grau to the leaderboard. So, I dropped a 4.8 KD on Shoot House, and then a flat 2 KD on Hijacked. That being said, I was obviously going to be the freaking top frag because of that, and this is how it went. I hope you enjoy. Typically, I run this route and I'll just jump on top of the car here, if I can, and try to beam the heads off of some people real quick. Missed a lot of shots there, but I got the quick fix, so helped me out there to get the next kill. Now, I hold this for not too long, but I try to get the maximum amount of value out of it, and in order to do so, you gotta leave yourself open to possibly getting flanked on your left side from mid. That being said, the payout is typically usually good unless they have a sniper rifle or they just absolutely beam you. That being said, it's basically a head glitch without actually sitting behind anything. So, if you want any more of these little tips and tricks that I might use in the video, just let me know. Unfortunately, I did hear somebody in there, I just didn't know where exactly, and then I realized he was behind the car. Got 2 shots on him, but it's a 4-shot gun, so rip. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I don't typically use the replay to record my videos. I'll just record it spontaneously and then edit it out and stuff, but I already played these matches, so kind of had to do the replay instead. That being said, these were some really good matches, so I didn't want them to go to waste and kind of wanted to show off, so here it is. But that being said, this first match, it seemed like they were all like brand new to the game. They definitely weren't. I wouldn't say they're like terrible, but they were definitely not on my level. I mean, dude's using a ballistic shield. Are we in copper? That seems like a copper thing to use. I'm not gonna lie. It basically just screams, "Oh, I can't win my gunfights. I need help." Literally. And that right there is why I love slide stabilizers. Being able to slide longer means it's harder for them to get a track on exactly how like far you're gonna slide. I figured it was probably clear, but then this guy shows up. If I was in an actual ranked match with the people my skill level, they would not have missed shots like that. And here, I thought I was going to get shot in the back. Apparently, I was not the one getting shot in the back. He was. Like, these guys were special. That's for sure. Like, seriously, they can't hit their shots for shit, man. But my team, I don't know if they're much better. Then I hear this guy start shooting before he even comes around the corner because I can hear him. And then the last guy gets sniped. So 50 to 38. solid, but who did the most? Let's see. Who did anything? Huh? Yeah. Okay. Got these two going positive, these two going negative. Definitely shit player right there. Just fucking turd blossom. Another turd blossom. And another turd blossom. Yeah. Like, oh, they had three people going negative. And I only had that one. So I guess in other words, my team was definitely a lot better. These guys, on the other hand, skill-based matchmaking, everybody. Let's get into it. Fun fact, replays have a few interesting bugs. For instance, a secondary gun spawns a little bit higher, and you can go ahead and just move it around. I don't understand why that happens, but yeah, that's cool. So here I'm just going to rush to the gondola, which is typically where I like to get my angles and stuff. Tag this guy. He pushes, I don't know why. I slide back, get a reload, help him out. Now I got another guy pushing me, so just pre-fire. Missed a few shots there, but get the kill. Push it around through mid, but there is two, so I only get the one, but it's a trade. Solid. I always stick to gondola, so I'm headed back over there right now. Try to see if they're inside, and it's still looking like we're losing, so I don't know how, considering I just got like 4 kills. Makes no sense, but sure, whatever. Now it's 7-10. I hear somebody on my left, so pre-fire, push in, pre-fire again, get the headshot. Got another headshot. I get tagged up there, and I was literally 1 HP, so I pull back. Head back into the gondola and try to help my team out with that. See that there's a guy with a mono war. I take one of them out. The mono war gets me though. Trying to push back up here. Try to get back into my position so I can hold that angle, but then I get trip censored and get the kill though, so pretty good. And then I absolutely shit on that guy's chest. Hell yeah. Or more like his face. I get destroyed by the mono war, and that is another thing I'm definitely gonna have to keep in mind, is the mono war does do damage when you shoot around the person as well, so even if they're not exactly hitting me, I will get fried. So that is one focal point where I think the mono war would actually be really beneficial, because anybody in the gondola is basically close by the walls, so if they're not totally accurate, it could still hit them nonetheless. And here I try to pre-fire, but then I hear something in our spawn, so I start looking, kill him mid-air. It's payback, you son of a mono war cunt. Muffin. Frickin' Muppet, and then I laser that guy. So yeah, that ends us off with 30-20. So we're in the lead right now. That being said, you've seen the freaking scoreboard, you know how it ends. We get freaking destroyed in the second half and we lose. So, shit. Figured I might as well change it up a little bit. This guy gets freaking destroyed by the RUS. I don't know what I was doing there. Try to shoot a trip sensor, I guess. But then I try to push up behind this guy because, of course, campers. But as you could see, the guy was already climbing up the staircase, and then I got fucked over. So it's at this point where I realized that they're not really going to start pushing, like, at all. So I need to go ahead, get this guy from upstairs, and I thought I was getting shot from like across the way, but he cleans me up instead. So It's another unfortunate death. Figured I'm just gonna hold this angle, he's gonna slide out. Boom, done. I don't know what he was thinking there, but thanks for the kill, I guess. My teammate is unfortunately oblivious to how perspectives work and literally stands right next to a freaking window. That's another little tip and trick that y'all need to stop. That's a little habit to break. You know, like when you're sniping, do you stand at the very edge of the window so you're a very easy, like an easier target to shoot? No, you should be stepping back a few steps so you're not as visible and it's more likely that you're being perceived as being on a head glitch. If you can't see the person from the angle you're at, move forward just a bit. But the point is, stop being stupid. Think of the game as like, what would they see, right? What would they be looking at when they see you? If you do that, you're going to improve your gameplay by 150%. Plain and simple. And then there's just these dinguses literally running in to the freaking building to get killed. As you just witnessed. 2 of my teammates just tried to push into the main building. I thought this was really funny. There was 3 of them who all threw grenades and shit at me just to get me out of that little cubby hole because they're camping and they don't want me around. And also, that was the time at which they actually got a freaking juggernaut. Well, maybe not really a juggernaut, but the Goliath. So then they start pushing harder, and as you can see, it's basically tied. Now it's not tied, it's worse. We're losing now. I switched to the Echo because I don't even have a rocket launcher to deal with it. So I'm basically screwed. I get this one shot, and then I try to get another kill here, but guy in the window there, as you can see, through the wall there, kills me. And that right there is a prime example of why not to be in a window. Directly in the window. So, yeah, anyway, that's the game. We got fucked up because the Goliath, and also because my teammates are trash, but, you know. So, yeah. I got 22 and 11. And the rest of my team, and yeah, it was really cringe. But here is the Grow build, and the perks that I use, my setup and everything. Pretty simple. Got the slide stabilizer, skulker, quick fix, and dead silence. Of course, you'll need to get the perk greed red on to get them both. EMP for sentry guns and such, frag for just standard whatever lethal, and of course reactor core is the only change that I think I would have liked to have had on hijacked, but yeah, that could have been very beneficial at the time. But without further ado, it's time. Jace, over and out.